9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you ready?
It's Trey and Nicole. Well, are you ready?
Yo, Doc, where you at?
So get ready. Let's go.
Star Killer. Hey. What's good, everybody? What's good? It's your girl, Dre and Nicole, and I'm here once again. It's Friday at 9:09 p.m. But we still gonna put the show on because we had to do it. We just had to do it. And today we have a special guest. I'm going to do a little housekeeping first before I officially bring him on. But you see him. So I hope everybody had a good week. My week was a little crazy. I ain't going to get into too many details, but please send love and prayers to my family. My uncle passed this week, and it's just, we've been a little off kilter. But it's okay. Uncle David, we love you. We miss you. That was the money man of my family, right? So anytime I had a large sum of money, I'd be like, Uncle David, what do I do? Because you the money man. I want my money to grow like your money grow. You know? like what do I do? And I remember when I got my first car, he was like, now this is your first car. Don't fuck it up. And keep your keys in your pocket. Okay. And when I tell you, he ain't never lied. Because every time I trusted somebody and released my keys, my car got fucked up every single time. And I was like, why am I not listening to Uncle David? Why am I not listening to Uncle David? But I digress. Love you. Gonna miss you. And I'm going to see my family up top in NYC this weekend. You know, things like that is really like bittersweet because you're coming together for a bad reason, but then you get to see everybody. So it's like, you know, we need to, I know people say this all the time, but we need to get together outside of funerals. Like, we really, really do. Because it gets ridiculous sometimes. Okay, so coming up, y'all know that I've been nominated for 4 awards at the Yo ATL Raps Video Music Awards, and it's coming up April 26th. So I need y'all to go to yoatlraps.com and vote. Y'all gotta vote for me, y'all. This is not a game. I came home with 1 last year. Y'all helped me bring home 1 last year. Let's aim for at least 2 out of the 4. Let's aim for 2 out of the 4. So I'm up for R&B Artist of the Year, R&B Soul Artist of the Year, the Queen of Stage, and Music Matters Artist. So for the R&B Artist of the Year and R&B Soul Artist of the Year, you go to yoatlraps.com and it's on voting page 5. And then for Queen of Stage and Music Matters, it's on the same website, voting page 3. So go to voting page 5, voting page 3. Look for Dre and Nicole NYC, just like my handle on Instagram, just like my handle on TikTok, just like my handle on Facebook. Dre and Nicole NYC. And vote. And vote from all your emails. Because everybody got more than one. Vote from that Yahoo email. Vote from that AOL email that you had when you had to put the disk in the computer just to get an email account. Vote for all your emails. Your Comcast email that nobody really uses their cable email, but y'all going to use it to vote for me, though. Y'all going to use it to vote for me. It's only right. Like, I ain't do nothing to y'all. Support a sister. So that's really the only thing that I have coming up right now because life been so crazy. I just moved. I bought a house. I've been fully engulfed into that. So I haven't really been on the scene. But trust me, when I jump back on the scene, y'all gonna know. Mm-hmm. Y'all gonna know. Anyway, to my guest. My guest tonight is one of the first set of people that I met when I moved to Georgia. I think I met him at the second show that I ever did in Georgia.
Wow.
And we just been cool ever since. Why? Because he's from Brooklyn. Brooklyn is in the motherfucking building. Brooklyn is in the building. So I'm gonna go through his bio, and then we gonna chop it up a little bit. Vani is a Puerto Rican and Mexican hip hop and R&B artist, born and raised in Brooklyn, NY. He's always had a deep love for poetry, but it was not until he attended Franklin and Marshall College on a full posse scholarship that he gave music a try. A full scholarship, y'all. Brooklyn be breeding him out this bitch. We breeding him out this bitch. Anyway, inspired by the power he found in music for activism and catharsis, and also coming from a familial situation where he was alone since he was 15, music became his favorite way to express himself and vent. Blending the imagery and sounds of Latin music with the urban culture he was raised in, Vani brings the new energy of New York to every track and a sweet, loving tone that's different from today's young musicians. Love is a reoccurring theme for Vani in songs like Love is a Drug Too or Feng Shui, as well as Struggle and Triumph in songs like Fool for Ya. He does this intentionally as he aims to make music that is both inspiring and conveys his lover boy side. In an age where social media and other external factors aim to break apart Black and brown love, Vani aims to highlight the duality of his identity, being a brown man from Red Hood Projects in Brooklyn. I just have to say it like that. And in a newfound position in Atlanta, Georgia, where he's learning to accept love and to bring back the on my knees, begging you please sound that created his love for music in the first place. I freaking love that. I freaking love that. Everybody used to get on Keith Sweat about begging, but the way music is today, bring the begging back. Bring the begging back. I need a man to say, baby, please, I need you. Baby, please, I want you. Baby, please come home. I need that. I need that in my life.
Keith said that something.
Exactly. Shout out to Uncle Keith.
He's your uncle?
No, he's not my uncle, but he's somebody's uncle. He everybody's uncle.
Can you imagine Keith Sweat was your uncle?
Well, actually,
As a guy.
my ex-husband's family is part of his road management. So I did meet Keith Sweat, and he has been at barbecues. So I mean, Uncle Keith. All right, we're gonna keep it there. We're gonna keep it there. I did drink his coffee backstage at the Barclays.
There you go. They need to put a shade on. It's all about that clout.
I'm just saying. I might have drank his coffee backstage. But so everybody, put your hands together and welcome Vani to Had to Do It. What's good? What's good?
What's up? Thank you for having me. I'm really grateful for this opportunity.
Of course. You know, I gotta have my people pull up. So how you been? What's been going on?
I've been all over the world for real. All over Atlanta for real. I mean, I'm just right now in terms of music, you know, I just been really working on putting out a lot of tracks, a lot of singles right now. Really trying to find like the groove that I want in terms of like my sound. You know, I have a lot of different sounds that I kind of experiment with, and I'm trying to like really hone in and find that one singular sound that I know is gonna take me to the next level. You know, so
Right.
my real big focus right now, just like be locked in. Got another video I'm about to shoot soon. And just performance. I mean, I'll see you up. So, you know what I mean? I gotta stay on top of my stuff. People be inspired, you know what I'm saying? Trust me.
Well, if y'all go on my Instagram page, there's a video where I have a leopard print top and I'm singing Slide, and in the background you hear, hold on, that's this guy right here. He's like, wait, hold on.
She knows she always come to find me every performance. Yo, take my video, please. That was the number one thing. Every time.
I was cracking up when I heard it. I was like, you know what? I'm leaving it in the video.
Got to.
I'm leaving it in the video.
For security reasons, does the mayor know you're coming back home? Remember that rule you got now
What?
about when you got to go back home? You got to alert him
Why?
after that last party.
After what last
You
part?
man from Brooklyn?
Wait, what are you talking about?
Nah,
I'm good. I'm not there. When I went for my birthday, the way I got drunk, I should have been banned from Brooklyn. I was wasted in Brooklyn. But what are you talking about?
That party.
Oh,
She don't remember it, bro.
She remembers
I do, man. Listen, there's like a 2-hour window where everybody is telling me that certain things happen. I'm like,
I
don't know.
It's just blurred.
right. I'm like, I don't know. I remember taking a shot of tequila, and then I remember getting in the car. All that shit in between, you lost me.
It's confusing up there because you got a lot of lights, it's a lot of cars.
Right. And I went to my old stomping grounds, HQ Lounge in Flatbush. So I was done. It was over for my life. Man.
That's where you be at. Copy.
Well, I grew up in Sheepshead Bay. I went to Brooklyn College Academy for high school. So, like, all up and down Nostrand Avenue, all that. That's my world. Yeah. That's my life right there.
I have friends that went over there, too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's everything for me. I grew up all up and down Nostrand Avenue. Okay, so here's a question I ask everybody: top 5 dead or alive artists.
For what, artists?
Yes.
That's a hard one. Because is it personal to me or is it
personal
what I feel
to
everybody?
you? No, okay. Personal to you. So who's your top 5? Like,
because I got a lot of different people, right? Because I'm saying in terms of hip hop, for me, I really love Nas. That's one of my favorite rappers ever. Nas, but you gotta give me a top 5. So I say, all right, Pop. I'm gonna take Pop. Michael Jackson up there, even though he got that weird stuff. But we going. I mess with Mike. I can't lie.
But
because of the writing, and because he is so adaptable in his music, R. Kelly, right? But we gonna keep him where he at.
Let me tell you something. Most geniuses got something weird or crazy about them.
No, for sure.
You can't take away his talent in music. You really can't. His pen don't miss.
Yeah.
It's just
baby oil.
No, that's Diddy.
I mean, but look, another one. That's the thing. All the old heads are coming out with all this weird stuff going on.
Right.
But I think when you reach a certain level of artistry, for some people, they become so detached from reality that they don't even realize the things that they're doing are so hurtful for other people around them, so detrimental to the people around them. So I definitely can agree with what you're saying there, and that's why. Look, he made the song "When a Woman Loves." I dedicate that song to my mama, so I gotta keep R. Kelly in there. I got Pop. No, I got Nas. I put Pop first. I put Pop.
You said Pop first.
Pop, Mike Jackson, R. Kelly.
Right on the fingers.
It's a hard one. I gotta take Big.
Brooklyn.
You know what I mean? Baby.
Spread love is the Brooklyn way.
And then that's a hard one, man. I'm gonna just have to throw in Nas in there because that's my favorite rapper. So I'm gonna keep him in there regardless. I mean, I grew up on that. My family, I'm from Brooklyn too. My family is really from Jamaica, Queen. So I grew up with a heavy. Oh wait, 50. Forget that. I prefer. I grew up. My dad is I ain't gonna expose my dad. My dad immigrant heavy. Okay, I'm half Mexican, like you said. So my dad barely speaks English for real, right? He needs subtitles, right? Really heavy. but he always know every 50 Cent song. Like when it comes, he know every 50 Cent song, bro. So I gotta put 50 in there. I got to.
I love it. Shout out to Pop. He's like, I can't speak English by no good music.
Nah, it's a fact.
He said, I know good music. Don't worry about my English. I bet you gonna catch these bars though.
That's a fact. To the candies. I'm like, Pop, what you know about that?
He know what he talking about. He know what he talking about. So with that being said, because that's a very eclectic list. Like usually people ask me to separate. They be like, can I do a hip hop list and then can I do an R&B list? But you was able to mix everybody in there. So who are some of your biggest influences as far as your music?
So as far as my music go, it's hard because like I'm old soul. Like my mom was born in 19. My mom look RIP. My mom passed. Rest in peace. But she was really old. She had me at 47. She would kill me if I said that to her. But she had me at 47. So like I grew up really listening to like old R&B, like, and also like the stuff like in terms of my influence, I say modern day, like there's artists like Drake, of course, or like A Boogie, like Lil TJ, people like that, because like I grew up in that era of New York, like where those was like the main artists we was listening to. But from the old heads, like I love like Jaheim, like Tyrese, I like Keith Sweat, of course. I'm really my mom, and of course R. Kelly. Like so, I say like those are the people that like when it comes to really writing and having a pen, and Michael Jackson, of course. Those are the people that I'm like they can get on any beat, any track, like, and that's what I love about them. You know what I'm saying? That adaptability that they have. So yeah,
right.
I factor that in when I think about like artists that influence me, because even like. Look, I don't agree with everything he do, but even like people like Tory Lanez, for example, like he's another one. Like I grew up with a lot of Tory being played. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I gotta give them their flowers for sure.
Right. That's what's up. Okay, so we're gonna get into some of the music. You said the first song is Enamora. I just like saying it. Enamora. Because when you grow up in Brooklyn, you really grow up in a melting pot of different people. So it's like you have the Puerto Ricans over here, you have the Jamaicans and the Haitians, and all up and down Flatbush. Like forget it. And I just feel like whenever I hear Caribbean music, I feel like I'm home.
Nah, I feel you. That's a fact.
Like I think I went through an identity crisis when I was a teenager. My mom was like, you're American, right? What that mean?
Look, in college when they had the little parties, like little house parties, I remember this guy came up to me. He was like, "You Jamaican?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm just from New York." Like, we did everything. Like but you have to. Like if you was just a square on the side, like they gonna look at you crazy. So you gotta have at least a little two-step when you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
At least a little two-step.
Because when I was a teenager and I started singing, I had a manager. She lived in Bushwick. Her name was Anna, and she had me all up in the Spanish spot singing. That's how I learned how to dance merengue. Well, no, I kind of learned how to dance merengue in Carmen's family function, one of my best friends. But that's how I learned how to dance bachata and all of that. So, like, Brooklyn is just a melting pot. It really is a melting pot. If you don't get influenced by somebody else's culture and you live in Brooklyn, I don't know where you live at.
I think another thing, too, is, like, on top of that, in New York, we got so many, like, cross-breeding cultures that it's, like, for example, like people don't realize Puerto Rican, Dominican, even like Panamanian stuff. Like we Spanish, but we also are Caribbean too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
What like reggaeton comes from reggae.
Right.
Reggae. You know what I'm saying? So we have influence from a lot of stuff that has to do with Caribbean culture and Puerto Rican culture, and like that's what I love about our city. Like you know what I'm saying? Because you see like there's a museum in every block in New York, and it'd be the most random stuff. It'd be like the museum of the boat. On Thursday, but like they always have like something that's telling you about like history and culture, and like I grew up with the saying like history, yourself, so that's really important to me, like to have that with me always.
Exactly. So DC, let's get it. We're gonna put on Enamora, BFAM 109.6. Okay, this is actually my favorite one. What's up?
Always dodging all the lames. Didn't know how some engaged. Me and my brothers is one and the same. Said it be situation. Got a Glock, it ain't no safe. Now we rolling up the day. Swear we never smoked the same. You was tough, but you was changing. Switching up, feeling like strangers. That's why I be bucking, keep one in the head, but it's only for your safety. Baby girl, I thought she saved me, that she gon' play me. Always hopping on the plane seat. Fuera de las drogas, este piece de balance. Come ese bicho, baby girl, just don't stop. Like it's NBA, it's like your mouth is like the topic. Swear they steady hating, swear they asses need to stop it. Bitch, I ain't a step up from New York, bitch, I'm stomping. I'm like 30 bad bitches with me to the function. All my brothers Bashi, yeah, you know we keep it on here. Pull up to the spot and bitch, you know I get it jumping. I just got the bag, I turn nothing into song. Now she be outside, she sloppy. Sliding her, she get sloppy. Baby girl, Betty, don't she call me poppy. Never ever when she lie me. Got it up, we got it poppin'. Matter how you look block. Never ever get to lying. I be on no type of time. Got that pussy like a fountain. And she know I'm in my prime shit. Don't ever gotta remind me. Get off the E and I'm off it. I'ma fuck you like a zombie. They be talking all that war shit. Look, I do this for the hook, you know, and purpose on me. Back that shit up.
That beat switches everything. When I tell you, when I was listening to it at home, I played it a couple of times back to back. I put it on my surround sound. I was like, nah, we gotta throw this one back. We gotta bring this one back. So, what was the inspiration behind Enamora?
So I'm really into like I'm Puerto Rican, but you know New York got a lot of Dominicans and there's a lot of dembow. So that beat switch was like it was a reggaeton sample with like a dembow reggaeton type of switch up. Mm-hmm. And when I heard the beat the first time, I had told the producer like I was like, yo, I really want to make like a Spanish song, but I usually do a drill, you know. And at that time, that was kind of like just the natural sound that I like was hovering around. And when he played it, I was just like, okay, like I literally just want to take that whole first verse, and I was like, yeah, I gotta keep going. There's no one because like I was, you know, when you make a song and you listen to it back and you just like can't stop listening to it. Like to me, that's when you know, like okay, like this is what I want, you know. So if I don't get that feeling while I listen back to a song, I have to kind of go back and like work on it again. But that one specifically, I was like, in terms of everything that I am culturally, in terms of like, you know, just having like an anthem for like my homies to get like, you know what I'm saying, lit to, like this is the song right here. So
right. And I was lit in my living room. I was lit in my living room today. I was lit. When I was doing the email with the outline to send to DC, I was like, oh no, run that back. Hold up.
Like the switch.
Yes.
I
I like when songs surprise me. So I wasn't expecting the switch. I was like, oh, yes.
But you know it's crazy. So there's when I first made the song, I was talking to the Spanish girl at the time, and when I first showed her the song, she was like, I was waiting for it because the sample is from a song I know. So like that to me is something really important when people can connect to my music like that too, because like sampling I feel like can get played out real fast, but like when somebody can like really connect to a sample and also like almost like predict. You know what I'm saying? And have like that personal connection to a song means a lot to me. So
they have a familiarity.
Yeah.
However that says. However it goes. Whatever the fuck they say.
I ain't gonna try to correct.
Right, because I'm getting completely tongue-tied. But they're familiar with it already from the jump, and it's a new song. So that's what sampling does. It brings the old with the new. So it's familiar to you so you could connect with it right away. And then you learn the new lyrics. And then you forget about the other song.
No, literally no. You become the sample. You gotta become the sample.
Right, you gotta become the sample. So the next song we have on deck is Love is a Drug. What's the story behind that?
So Love is a Drug 2 came from... It came really at a time where I was just like stepping into a new relationship, and I was with this girl, and you know I'm usually toxic. I'll be honest, I'm a little toxic. You feel me?
He said, "I'm toxic, but you gonna love it over here."
She made me want to be a better man. You feel me? And I was like, look, you know, I don't know what she's doing, but for some reason, like I want to be here, and this is like I need this, you know. And I started to feel like. That's why, like I said in the song, like it's like a high when I touch your body. It's like a high when because everything you do is that I was experiencing with her. It's just been like electric. You feel me? So I was like, I want to make a song that And this is also in a time where I felt like, as I told you earlier, like I feel like love music is getting shunned down upon. And I think it's important that we have songs as young men that do kind of like praise and give like the soft side to a woman, because like being a man is more than just being the angry, like, oh, all the time, you know what I'm saying? Being a man is also about providing, making people feel safe that are important to you. So that's something like, I mean, I'm not gonna say the song is like gonna cover all of that, but that was the inspiration for it, to make a song that just like shows my love for a woman. Yeah.
That's what's up. And it's funny because on my first album, I got a song called The Drug. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like the same thing. I'm referring to the man that I'm with like a drug. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I call him Purple Haze and this and got all these drug references. And I don't smoke nothing. That's the crazy. But I know so many smokers. So I was like, yeah, give me some references.
Some references is crazy.
give me some references.
Copy your contact list.
Right. What is your drug lingo? Let's get into Love is a Drug 2. B-Fam 109.6. Oh yeah, I think I saw it.
Girls like a high when I touch your body. It's like a high when you climb up on me. Give me what I wanted. No flashy shit between us, this shit always solid. Can tell I got your legs shaking. I know I had some women before you. That's why now I can say that I'm on you. I'ma fuck up this second Dior you. I'ma love you and never ignore you. Everything that you got, girl, they want to. And that's that fake, baby. I wanna fulfill your desire. See who make it, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No secrecy between us. Keep your secrets, baby. I'll be your rock and hold you down whenever you need it, baby. Anytime you leave my side, feels like I'm never whole. When you get so baggy, still you sexy, girl, it's show. No need to show up. If you had an OnlyFans, that shit would blow up. But you independent, don't need no man coins, and girl, that shocked me. I know a couple shorties only want me cause you got me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know they only want me cause you got me.
Just like a high when I touch your body.
Hey.
It's like a high when you come up on me.
Hey.
Give me what I wanted. Ain't no flashy shit between us. This shit always solid. Could tell I got your legs aching. Hey.
Yes. Bring love back to music. Lord have mercy. Please bring love back to music. I think the only major artist that I could think of that's really doing some variations of that, because he kind of went off the deep end on this last thing, but Bruno Mars.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He got a song on his 24 Karat album called Too Good to Say Goodbye.
Oh, yeah, that's my song. Great. So, that's another one. Shout out Bruno. I'm actually Bruno.
That song lays me out every time. Every time. And my youngest son, the one I brought to the video shoot, catch him when he think nobody's looking and he's singing that song. Yeah. That boy be in his feelings like some bitch left him yesterday. Like he be in his bag like he got left at the altar. Like he be going in. Oh my gosh.
Love, man. That cougar love.
No cougars on my baby.
Sunblock one.
No cougars on my baby. His mama crazy. I'm gonna just put it out there. His mama crazy. Try your luck.
I got a question about one of the lines, and I'm gonna put it to you. If I'm hitting on you and I say, if you had an OnlyFans, what was the official line?
It would blow up.
It would blow up. Is that a compliment?
It is a compliment these days.
In my days, no. You just said I'd be the best hoe on Instagram. I mean, OnlyFans. In today's world.
But, you know, OnlyFans got a bunch of different things. You could probably show your feet and it blow up.
It's not play. We all know OnlyFans main purpose.
But you gotta look at it like this. So the reason why I even said that is because I tried to make it as and even though there's lines like I got your leg shaking and stuff, right? Most of the stuff that I'm saying about her in terms of describing her physicality is like not trying to sexualize. Like that's why I was like, even when you have baggy jeans on, you sexy to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to do all that.
You're a wordplay guy. Big time. I love wordplay.
It's the Brooklyn in him. We are metaphorical. It is the Brooklyn in him. You heard Biggie. Biggie, Jay-Z, like you hear him. We like playing on words.
You can't just listen to the music. If you're gonna hear the words, you got to understand what the words mean.
Right.
Because Biggie was definitely talking.
Right. Right.
All the time.
I always try to pay attention to my lyrics. Like I want my songs to tell a story every time. You know, I want it to be a cohesive story. And like my first album, even though the people I was with and when we put the album together, they didn't put it together in the order that I wanted it. But if it was put together in the order that I wanted, it told a complete story from beginning to end.
Yeah, sure. I think like that's something I miss in hip hop a lot because like even like Kendrick, for example, like Kendrick was one of my favorite artists growing up because like if you listen to like things like Section 80, like his first projects, like you could listen to Good Kid, Mad City from the first track to the end, and a lot of people don't know like it's literally a whole story.
A whole story.
Yeah. So like that was one thing that like I really love about old hip hop is just that you listen to one album and it'd be like you read a book almost. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. And you know who else did that? Life Jennings.
Oh yeah, for sure.
His album, it's a complete story from beginning to end. Yeah. And with the talking in between each song, I just love it. That's what it makes you not want to listen to individual tracks. It makes you want to listen to the whole album because you want to hear the whole story.
Yeah.
You know?
I think Kendrick will develop. I think these artists nowadays about getting that bag. And then once they get that bag, once the bag is gone, that's when they go into their lives. Mm-hmm. When Kendrick gets about another 5 years under his belt, wait till the stories come out. Yeah. He's an amazing writer.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Until he starts telling the truth, though. Like right now, he's trying to get that bag.
I'm sorry, but anybody who gets a Grammy off a diss track, put some respect on his freaking name. I've never seen nobody get a Grammy off a diss track.
That's the most Compton shit you could ever do. I swear, it isn't Compton shit. Like that's some real LA shit. Like
right,
they do that.
You got a Grammy off of a diss track. That
is the best diss track ever. You can't lose the beef like that. You can't lose the beef. There's no way he lost the beef. Right. He was gonna lose. They thought he was gonna lose to Drake. But Drake couldn't drop a hit.
Because Drake be popping off on diss track. Like he be popping off on people like in the past. He's kind of usually won.
He do, but like what he did to Meek Mill, for example, like I think the problem is that like when it comes to people who really respect hip hop, I mean, look, everybody has like a team to write around them, but I think like Drake too often doesn't sound authentic that way to some people. Mm-hmm. Like I love Drake. I won't say that like I was the same back to back when it came out, right? But like I could understand why it's like you take something like Hit 'Em Up, which is really personal, versus like just that track, and he's just like, oh, you getting body by singing? You know what I'm saying? Like, of course that's gonna blow because it's catchy, but it's not like you really came at Meek for who he was personally. Like Kendrick came at his character. He said, "You going to sell block one?" Like,
right?
He killed them. He killed them. Fried something like crazy. Destroyed them.
And then the Super Bowl. Don't get me started because I completely fell out when he looked in the camera and said, "Hey Drake." I was like, "Oh shit." I was done.
Actually, my favorite was the chain.
Oh yeah,
the A chain.
Yeah,
that said so much. So much.
I was just like, he just.
I can't wait for him to get older. I hope I'm around. Kendrick's gonna say some shit. He might let you into the game. I mean, he really, really doesn't care. But he needs the fans right now. Once he doesn't need the fans no more, if he gets Drake level with money, Kendrick's gonna tell all in tracks.
You sell your soul sometimes to do that. That's the sad
part.
I mean, you have to nowadays. Don't say you would. Don't.
I never would. I'm telling you, I wouldn't. Like,
big bag.
Look, I'm gonna say this like right now. To be honest with you, right, and this is not to come at anybody that I've met since I've been here doing music, but like there's been a lot of experiences where people will give you offers for stuff, and whether it's position, whether it's like them getting you certain rooms and stuff, and like especially with young men, they're moving away that's like mentorship to you, and you don't even peep. It's predatory, bro. Like, but thank God, like for me, like I done been in situations where like I don't care how much it is. Like my mom always taught me like not all money's good money. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly. And I know I wouldn't because I could have already.
Mm-hmm.
I could have already. I'd have been way bigger than, you know, I'm a legend in my own mind, but I would be way bigger.
Couple towns. Couple towns too. There's a couple towns. You never know who you are.
Right. I would be way bigger than what I was if I'd done the things that I was asked to do. But I refuse. I want to build on integrity and at least know that when my kids, especially being that my two oldest are in music, I want them to be able to step in a room and say, I belong to Dre and Nicole and get respect for it. Point blank, period.
That's real shit.
The only man that I answer to and that I will give willingly without any doubt is God. And that's it. If it's not that, ain't nobody else. Not even my papa. God's holy. Amen.
Amen. Okay, the next song is Fool for You. What's the story behind that? Since we was talking about being foolish. See? You see how this rolls?
Yeah. So Fool for You is actually one of the first songs I ever wrote. Like when I first ever started doing music. And it started off as a poem that I wrote because I was just trying to like process a lot of betrayal that I went through like with my friends, with like people who were close to me and stuff. And you know, I like I was talking in this song, I say like they wrote a goddamn statement telling them the fact like I'm talking about like many times where I could have reacted and I could have been a certain way, but I decided to focus on my discipline and like overcome that. So yeah. There's like certain things I say in that where I'm just trying to change the image for the young men to realize like you don't always have to be reactive. Like even I said in there, or like materialistic too. Like I said in one line in there, I said, before I had caught me a chain, I pulled out like wap all the ways, who caught me a Benz and a Wraith, know that time's money, and I don't got time to go to waste. Like you feel me? Like
right.
Just trying to spread better messages about like materialism and like what it means for me to be who I am. Yeah.
See, I like that. I like that. Let's get it, DC. Fool for You. Beef at 100%.
I won't say too much, don't wanna talk about it. My bros resort to violence, they moving in silence. I done seen a couple soldiers dying, but my team gon' catapult the highest, rockin' all designer. I'ma get them all designer, put on that Dior for fine. Fool for you, how like that wrote a goddamn statement. Trapping out a flatbush basement. I was going hard in the late night. Didn't wanna ride in the late night. Little fish swim with the great white. I was going hard in the late night. I had to give me that back on my brothers about it. They saying you soft. She didn't give me the time. She used to look past and now she just stopped. I got a little bitch ready and she gonna answer whenever I call. Mixing the black with Jose, now she go crazy and now she go hard. And I don't got too much to say, you know that my brother's insane. We pull up and spray, we used to eat noodles all day, and now we pull up in the rain. It's fucking insane how I let you into my life, and now you gon' play all these games and act like a lame and try to throw dirt on my name. You must just be fucking insane. It's part of the plan, and baby girl, pick up the Zen. She got me departed from ways, so that she pull up and suit up, and then she gon' roll up, and then she gon' let me go fuck on her face. You in the mountains and sand, but he ain't gon' get that. You better off fucking with me. Them come in threes, and you have to lead. And maybe girl, I guess we just gonna see a fool for you, but I think with logic turned all of that trapping girl into a fucking profit. No, I left them guys alone, it's just part of the process. Went and got them stacks alone, it's just part of the progress. Fool for you, how like never wrote a goddamn statement. Trapping out a flatbush basement. I was going hard in the late night. Do you wanna ride in the late night?
Little fish swim with the great white. I was going hard in the late night. I was going hard in the late night. Hey.
I love it. I love it. It's a tribute to your pen game when you can listen back to your music and vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because some people listen to themselves and cringe, like, and they could just find everything wrong with it. But if you could listen back to one of your songs and vibe, like I was in my car one day, and the streaming things, what you listen to a lot, they just throw it in a playlist for you or whatever. So I use YouTube Music a lot, and it'll just randomly throw stuff up in there. So I'm listening to like 90s hip hop and R&B, and then one of my songs for the first album came on. And at first I was like, oh shit, I remember this song. I was like, oh shit, that's me. Like I was vibing and rocking, and then I was like, oh wait a minute, this is me. But I haven't heard it in so long. It was like almost brand new to me because it's from the first album. I was like, shit, that was like 2018.
You done grew so much at that point that you like,
right.
Oh damn, I still was kind of nice though. Like, you know
right,
what I'm saying? Like,
right. I was like, that shit was kind of hard. I need to start putting that back in shows. Like, but I am going to start putting my old stuff back in shows because I realize I'm in a new city, I'm in a new state. It's old to me, but it's new to everybody else.
They ain't never seen nothing like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They like, that's one thing about our sound in general, like for New York, whether you do R&B, hip hop, anything like that, when you come down here, like you might think, oh, even the type of beats I'm using are like 2019 or something like that, but they never heard that here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what brings that shock value, and like they come in and, they got to learn something with you sometimes. So.
Right.
You said it right there. It's called shock production, actually. Mm-hmm. It's like if you're not making it in New York because New York is flooded with your type of music, best thing to do is go to Tucson, Arizona, and show them what New York is about. Shock.
Got to.
Shock production.
We all over too. Like, it don't matter. Like, that's nothing. All the New Yorkers that be there, they come to you and they like, yeah, we different, bro. We here. Like, I think we're talking about, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the reason why New York music works down here is because Atlanta's flooded with Atlanta music. And you know what I'm saying when I say Atlanta music. So if you come down here where New York music is different, and we're flooded with Atlanta music right now. There's so many artists down
here.
Yeah. But there's a lot of New York here, too.
You think?
Nah, for sure.
I think you know.
I think there's a lot. What I've realized is coming down here though is how much also like the South is up north. You know what I'm saying? Like we are each other in a lot of ways, right? Like, more than we realize. And like even if you go back to the Harlem Renaissance, right? Like a lot of really famous people who came out of Harlem were from the South and leaving those stuff too. So like we give to each other. I think it's a cycle. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think the difference is in music? Both of you. Like South to New York, what's the biggest difference?
I think the South definitely at a certain point in a certain era gave more party vibes.
Okay.
More dancey vibes. And their music, like you turn on like Ludacris or something like that, like that's turn up time. You know what I mean? like that's turn up time. You put on something from New York when you want to be moody. You know what I'm saying? You want to get in your bag a little bit. Yeah. You throw on some New York music because we be in our bag, from the rappers to the singers. I've been called Tupac with melodies. Like we be in our bag. But in the South, they may be in their bag, but they gonna do it with an upbeat. You gonna be able to twerk to it.
I agree.
You're gonna be able to turn to it.
Music and words. Yeah. If it's the way you tell an artist, most times we know there's different things. But if it's lyricist, if the song is very lyrical, it's up north. Yeah. You guys are much more lyrical, where the beats down here are for now.
And I think what it is too is because I personally like a lot of New York beats still. Like I like the way we got like the UK grunge kind of sound, like what we call drill for us, right? Mm-hmm. But I think the biggest difference is like the raunchiness of Southern music. That's how I describe it. It's raunchy, like
a lot more bass.
It's real, like no shoes on, shaking ass, like you know what I'm saying. For us, it's like you might be no shoes on, shaking ass in a nice high fashion restaurant. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we doing other stuff. There's different activities going on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, because we got dope tracks too, but like I don't know. And also, I think another thing too is that what people don't realize in New York, we're very big on like if you know, you know, like you know what I'm saying. That's the thing. That's an expression we use. But like even in hip hop, everything that blows up in New York is because it's connected to something that's actually happening in the streets. You know what I'm saying? In the South, it's like you could be making gangster rap and really be in the suburb and not really doing. Now, no offense to y'all, you know what I'm saying? But it's different. It's a different like crowd of people in that way. Like people don't. Yeah. No offense though. Maybe I'm just not in tune with what's going on, but that's right.
I've been here,
Right.
Been here over 20 years. You're absolutely right. You might have your little certain people that are different, but most times, like you said.
I mean, because like you gotta think about it. Like if you're in New York, gangs are beefing, right? Because they're right next to each other. Like in my hood, there's one gang here. You walk around the block and there's another gang here, right? So like they're making songs dissing each other and stuff. They probably didn't even do nothing. They're probably just kids making songs that are blowing up, right? So like not to say they're about that or whatever, because they probably just kids too. But in the South, like you know how mad I have to be at you to beef with you and drive 40 minutes in Atlanta. Shoot you like, you know how mad you gotta be driving there? Like that's like me beefing with you and you're in the Bronx and I just took the train, hopped the cars out to beat your ass. Like that's not just gonna
like by the time you get there, you can't be mad anymore. By the time you get there, it just don't make sense. Yeah, you can't be mad at anymore by the time you get there. Especially if you're going from the Brooklyn to the Bronx. Like, yeah, by the time I get there, I'm stopping at train, like, right. I'm coming off the train. I'm going to the Dominican spot. I'm getting me some food, and I'm probably going to, find a friend house to go to. I ain't mad at you no more. I'm saying, yeah, like I'm not mad at you no more. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's too. That train ride is like freaking going to Gilligan's Island. You're on a 3-hour tour. Like,
why would I don't know. So yeah, that's where I feel like that's the difference in New York music versus this is that we're much more in tune with like this is us. Like we're gonna talk about what's happening here, and people are gonna listen. We're similar to Chicago in that way. Like Chicago is very like if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like people aren't gonna always know what's happening in Chicago songs, and vice versa with New York.
I kind of feel like, and I've never been to New York, so I'm just telling you what I think. I feel like if you're an artist, you could walk into any subway and write a song in 10 minutes. Oh, hell yeah. There is just so much, or author. There's just too much going on in those subways. Yeah. And where else are those in the world? No, it's not even just those specific ones. I know people have subways, but those New York subways, you got to get on a train, like you said. Something's going to happen. You're going to see something.
The train is definitely entertaining, especially in Manhattan. Like, the kids come on the train, and as soon as you hit, it's showtime. The music is starting. They dancing. They flipping on the pole. They doing all. Let me tell you something. Them kids on the train is the best pole dances ever. It will put Atlanta's strippers to shame. The shit that they do on these poles on the train. It's ridiculous. And it's little kids, and I'm like, you can really go to the South and make something.
Bro, they be tutting and take their arm, come to somehow grab the thing, flip over. I'm like, yo, what is going on? But you gotta give them $1 because it's like, I don't know how you did that.
Right, like that shit is amazing. Here, take my money. For real. And the newer trains where it got like the double poles at the top. I saw this kid. He put his feet. And his feet was like this on top of the pole, and he slid down the whole fucking thing. Like, it's crazy. It was crazy.
I believe you, bro.
I was like, I think I gave him $5. Yeah. I was like, I'm never going to see that shit again in my life. I'm never going to see that shit again in my life.
You got to trade.
Here you go.
That's $1 million.
He slid upside down by his feet down the whole thing. Yeah. Wow. So you go to New York, get on the train. You hear it's showtime. You gotta get on the A train. Yes. That's the one. Yes. You hear it's showtime. Keep your eyes open. You about to see some shit. You about to see some shit. Okay. We didn't do feel what I feel like, right?
No.
Okay. Feel what I feel like.
So, a large reason I came to Atlanta is because I'm on top of just like being an artist. I have a very big passion for education access, specifically for kids who are like me, right? And I work with a lot of youth. And I like one thing I noticed is that like they've always told me that like I'm very like motivational to them. They love that like I like encourage them to do better and stuff like that. This song was my first time like writing a song, sitting down and saying like I want to make a song that anybody can listen to, any age, any race, any like gender, whatever. Like this is the first song that I made where like anybody who hears it can relate to like what I'm going through. And so when I said like, do you feel what I feel like? I'm like actually asking people like that listen to the song like, do you feel what I feel like? Because I'm talking about my life, but I'm asking like, can you feel like me? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Like, can you relate?
And it's a very like, it's the first song I made by myself, and like I really like just let out a cry. Like I cried, live for like an hour. But it's like I kept running it back, and like I was like, dang, like it means so much to me. So this is personally my favorite song for myself, like in general. But yeah, hope y'all like it.
I hope you feel what you feel like. Be Fam 109.6. Feel what I feel like.
Yeah. No more excuses, man, I'm locked in. I promise I win, so feelings not an option. Redefining purpose, cause I'm Godson. Know I'm a voice for my hood and those forgotten. I bought my depression, now I'm flossing. I just run the town, I don't do too much jogging. I was way too caught up in judgment and bullshit. So often your best friends wanna put you in coffins and spark up. But I know it's time to seek a better plan. No more shifting blame, it's time to be a better man. God gave me keys to win, so I know I can. I see myself on billboards, all down in Japan. Yeah. Promise to keep striving, won't settle. I done lost my sight in my dance with the devil. Posted with them killers, I forgot I was special. New level, I pray that he gon' use me as a vessel. Do you feel what I feel like? Do you feel what I feel? Do you feel what I feel like? Do you feel what I feel? Do you know how I feel? To be living in your literal dream. To be living in your literal dream, yeah. Do you feel what I feel? Do you know how I feel? To be living in my literal dream, yeah.
What he said. Hey. Hey. No.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That you could tell, like, you really like, that's heartfelt.
I appreciate it. Yeah, that's really, that song right there, like I listen to that every day for myself, like personally. I just when I'm having a bad day, when I'm happy, like that's just the song that like I go to for myself to just like collect myself.
Yeah. I have a song like that and I never released it. But it's because it's very personal to me and like I don't want it to be judged. Like it's kind of for me.
Yeah.
I never released it. I do it at shows sometimes, depending on the type of show that it is. If I feel like it's a crowd that will receive it, but it really tells about like my life and my upbringing and my relationship with my mom, my relationship with my dad, the losses that I had. So it's like very personal.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you have something like that and you don't release it, do you give it to your sons? And which one would you responsibly give it to put it out after you pass? Because you want your story out afterwards.
I mean, probably Brooks. Most likely Brooks, because he kind of lived a lot of that stuff with me. He's my firstborn, and he went through a lot of that with me.
Facts.
But
I hate hearing when artists die and they have all this work, like Prince.
Yeah.
Tell me you wouldn't love to get in that box.
Well, shoot, I've heard that there was a lot of stuff that he did that, like, right after they did it, because Sheila E. told the story. She was like, they redid, I forgot what song it was, but it was somebody else's song, but they was just playing around in the studio and they redid it, recorded it and everything. After they was finished, he erased the whole shit. He erased the whole shit.
Nice, great.
See, I don't understand.
He's like, this was for play. Like, y'all playing. We was just chilling.
Yeah.
So that's what I don't understand about artists. Like when you make something, like he said that was his song, and he wants people to hear it. But you said you made a song, you don't want to keep it to yourself. Like, how do you make those decisions?
I think it's like, what do you go into the studio with the intention of doing? Because like I think that's one thing too that messes up a lot of artistry for like artists nowadays is like you don't have to make music for other people all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
or with like necessarily like you can keep other people in mind without it necessarily being something that you want people to listen to. Sometimes people make music for therapeutic reasons and for themselves. So like when it comes to people who like, because I have plenty of friends that they are like, oh, I won't release a song because it means like it's just very like personal to me, right? I like understand that honestly, and I can respect that. I think that it's a matter of where do I like what message do I want to send, right? So like for me, this like going into music like this is like I love hip hop that is now like alternative, right? Like I guess what they say alternative in terms of the message, but I also want to continue to inspire others to like who have similar stories to me to like feel like they can speak about that and have a voice, you know. So that's important to me, to like giving that to people.
Right. Like when I recorded the song, I recorded it with the intention of releasing it, and now I find myself hesitant on releasing
Is it because you're
it.
judging it though? Because that's what most artists do.
No, it's not that I'm judging it. It's that it's so like.
Yeah.
You know, I be telling my business all the time in my
Fans want
music.
that.
Yeah,
They want that.
I know. I be telling my business all the time, but it's such an emotional song for me. Like sometimes it's hard for me to even get through singing. It's such an emotional song for me. And I did it live one time in Texas. And I had my youngest son with me, the one that you met, Little Cal. I had him with me. And he was in the audience crying when I sang that song. It's just that.
See, as an artist, that's what I want though.
Yeah,
I want
like,
to touch people.
Especially it'll
guys.
probably hit the air. You know, it'll probably get out there eventually.
Yeah.
But right now it's mine.
I got it.
DMX, well, one thing I really loved about him was that he could switch it so like he could have party song and then come and have you praying on stage. And that to me like was one of the most inspiring things I ever saw. Like I know like my whole family, like that's that's the man right there. Like DMX is the man.
Hard to argue.
But like that's really like what sets him apart is like that he can connect with you on that level aside of just the party stuff. So I think even like for you, like that's something that you should really consider. Like people really do want to hear that from you.
Yeah, I know.
You want to get vulnerable with you.
I know, because when I get personal on like the relationship side, those are the songs that people gravitate to the most. And it'd be funny because my most angriest songs is when I get men gravitating to it. Like, motherfucker, I'm out. More dudes come to me like, yo, yeah, that's the one. I got another song called Start a War.
Great song.
Little Kev, that's his favorite song. That's dead ass about his father though. Like, it's dead ass about his father, and that's his favorite song.
Did he know that?
Yes, he knows that. Yes, he knows that. He told her right. Like, let me tell you something. My kids is with the shits.
I mean,
they like whatever, ma. They with the shits. They'll put the battery in my back real quick.
That's what I like about the women though. Women, that's the best thing. Like even like people like Glorilla and stuff now. Like y'all bringing the rawness, which and I think that's something that men are now listening to y'all music. We're like, oh, like shit's tough. You know what I'm saying?
Real emotion from a woman who knows how to write is powerful.
Man,
she knows how to write.
Yeah.
Tupac with melodies. So, do you have any events coming up? Any projects that you want to promote? This is your time.
Well, for starters, follow Dinero Primero Apparel. You know what I'm saying? We come with a lot of drops for y'all. Long sleeves, short sleeves. We come with the crop tops for the girls, all of that. Sweatsuits, whatever you want, okay? But I also have a couple videos dropping right now. If you go to my Instagram, Vani.notgeo_. Okay, I have everything linked in my bio. I just dropped a video for Love Is a Drug 2. I just dropped a project also titled Love Is a Drug 2. So keep running that up for me, y'all. I got a single dropping in about 2-3 weeks that is going to be Fool for You, which was actually premiered here tonight with y'all.
Oh,
So,
we got this.
Let's go.
We got the exclusive.
Yeah, y'all gonna see me. I'm gonna be performing all over there.
I'll bet you it was right there.
So give everybody your handle one more time and the handle for your apparel.
Yeah. So my personal handle is Vani, VANI not Geo.
Do not call him Giovanni, okay. Pretty much.
Not GIO. Okay? Yeah, Vani not Geo. Okay. _ That's my Instagram. Okay. And then Dinero, DINERO PRIMERO. Okay. Dinero Primero .apparel. Okay. There you go.
Well, I definitely enjoyed having you. Thanks for coming to Had to Do It and, indulging in my silliness.
I appreciate you. I had a lot of fun. For real.
Facts. I'm glad. Next time you owe me a crop top.
I got you. I'm gonna bring you a sweater too, my brother. I got you.
And to everybody out there, thank you for tuning in with us. You're gonna see we tried to live stream last week from the event where me and Vani had met up again. We always seen each other at events. And we was at the Chosen Ones mixer at Core Steakhouse, but the internet was so bad that we couldn't get the live stream to jump off. So I'm going to put the video together and put it out there so y'all can see what we did last week. It was definitely a vibe, definitely a great event. Your girl was hosting. I think my first hosting event in Georgia. I used to host a lot in New York. It was my first one in Georgia, and I'm proud of myself. I did it.
Killed it.
So, as usual, desire to inspire before you expire, and motherfuckers, we out. Please go find another. Motherfucker, gotta go, yeah.